Hey guys, welcome back. This is Stanley Parable Gaming. I actually wanted to play the Fox Tales of Never Alone, but apparently I didn't buy the complete version and I don't have the Fox Tales right now. So I'm going to play the Stanley Parable. I have no idea what's awaiting me. All I know is that everything sounded really weird in the description text. Those loading times. Already really weird. Okay, so finally, we're nearly there. Click to skip.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Nice office. I mean,
and
no
then one
window,
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happen. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is that me? That's me. Okay. Oh, it's moving quite fast. Hello? Somebody here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe they all went home? Okay, meeting room. I didn't pick a horror game again, right? I just wanted to play something non-horror-y. Where's the meeting room? I'm just gonna assume this is
When
not...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe I'll go through the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh, the door closed. Okay. Yeah, it is quite nice.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Oh, there's a coffee mug. What is it doing there? Yeah.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Okay, I'm leaving.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, there. What if I don't take this, though?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Okay. This game is weird. Oh. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Okay.
Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
The fuck?
She's been waiting.
Okay, I'll just follow orders now.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do.
Ah,
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
What?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I'm not so sure I want to go inside.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
go.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
So was it Walter Mitty?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
What?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I can't press another button.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Why didn't I take the left path?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, so what's gonna happen? Nothing. I have to push the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press P to question
I
nothing.
suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And
What? What the fuck just happened? Oh my god, seriously? All
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Are you kidding
Stanley
me? That
decided
was
to go
the
to the meeting
longest
room. Perhaps he had simply
death
missed a memo.
sequence in the history of video games. Screw you. That was stupid.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Follow his commands now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Tips
a
for not
wave of
getting
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
Oh.
there.
Is that happening automatically, or is someone pushing a button? Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Okay, no, I don't want to die, so I'm gonna go. What? This game is a bit laggy sometimes. Up, up, up. I was supposed to...
Come the staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, got it. Upstairs. Ooh. This frightens me somehow. Where's my boss's office? Bathroom. My boss's office, I guess.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh, there. 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the fuck's going on here? Okay, before I go down there, I'm scared. What the fuck is going on in this game? That's certainly interesting. I don't know what to say. I'm curious as to what will happen next. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I kind of hope you feel the same, so I'm not lost alone. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!